I never imagined something like this would happen. SCP-096 was one of our most dangerous anomalies, and it had breached containment. I was monitoring its vitals, and everything seemed normal. But then, the alarms started blaring. I ran through the hallways, trying to find SCP-096. I heard screams and gunfire in the distance. I knew that MTF units were already engaged in combat with the SCP. We found SCP-096 in a house, huddled up and shaking. But the Scram Goggles had failed, and the SCP was in its aggro state. The town was in ruins, and so many lives were lost. And the worst part was knowing that it all could have been prevented. The scientist who had made the Scram Goggles had sabotaged them, trying to prove that SCP-096 needed to be terminated. As we tried to transport SCP-096 back to containment, it broke loose and attacked the MTF units. They never stood a chance. It was like watching a slaughter. As the chaos died down and SCP-096 was contained, we brought the scientist who had sabotaged the Scram Goggles in for questioning. We needed answers, and we needed to know why he had put so many lives at risk. We eventually contained SCP-096, but the aftermath was devastating. In the interrogation room, we questioned the scientist who had made the Scram Goggles. "Tell us, what did you do to the Scram Goggles? Why did they fail?"
"I didn't do anything. I followed the blueprints exactly. It should have worked."
But we all knew that wasn't true. The Scram Goggles had been sabotaged by the scientist. He was trying to prove that SCP-096 needed to be terminated. He told us that the only way to truly contain SCP-096 was to terminate it. And surprisingly, the Foundation agreed with him. After the devastation caused by SCP-096 escape, the Foundation had come to the conclusion that the SCP was too dangerous to keep contained. It had to be terminated. I'll never forget that day. It changed me forever. I realized just how dangerous the anomalies we're dealing with really are. And I learned that we can never let our guard down, even for a second. The consequences of a failed containment procedure are too great. But as a guard, it wasn't my job to question the decisions made by the higher-ups. It was my job to follow orders, to ensure the safety and security of the facility and the people inside it. And I knew that I had to do everything in my power to prevent another incident like the one we had just faced. And as for the scientist, well, I don't know what his fate will be. But I do know that he won't go down without a fight. He's determined to right his wrongs, even if it means sacrificing himself in the process. And that's what scares me the most. The Foundation had made its decision, and no one was safe from the consequences. As for what lies ahead, I cannot say for certain. But I do know one thing, that the Foundation's secrets run deep, and that there are many who would do anything to uncover them. And as a guard in the SCP facility, it was my job to ensure that those secrets remained hidden at any cost.